Mexico remains one of the most popular destinations on the F1 calendar. Its capital, Mexico City, a vibrant, bustling metropolis, packed with culture and people, 21 million, as the largest Spanish-speaking city in the world. With a huge thirst for motorsport, both IndyCar, where now former Red Bull Junior driver Patricio O'Ward featured this year, and Formula One, where Racing Point's Sergio Pérez is the only Mexican in the field, but his nation has a proud history in the sport. The 28-year-old from Guadalajara was the sixth Mexican driver to start an F1 Grand Prix, the first Ricardo Rodriguez, followed by his brother Pedro, who is the most successful with 2 wins. It was the Rodriguez brothers' success that led to the Mexico Grand Prix foundation, with the first F1 World Championship race in 1963, Jim Clark taking the win for Lotus, 2019 marking the 20th edition. 2 years later, American Richie Ginther took his only win and Honda's maiden victory in the V12-powered RA272. The F1 car recently celebrated ahead of the Japanese Grand Prix. Since then, 4 drivers share the top of the Mexico leaderboard with 2 wins each, including Alain Prost, Nigel Mansell, Jim Clark, and Red Bull's Max Verstappen, who is going for 3 straight this year. Of course, Mansell's memories of his victories there remain vivid.
It makes you feel very proud. It makes you realise that obviously you're embedded in history. Winning a couple of races in Mexico was obviously something very special.
Naturally, the focus will be on Mercedes, with Lewis Hamilton able to grab his 6th crown, if he can outscore teammate Valtteri Bottas by 14 points, the Brit on a far more relaxed campaign than last year, when he faced a difficult early season battle with Ferrari and Red Bull, a 6th championship then too much to think about.
But right now, geez, just getting this 5th has been so hard, and it's been a long, long journey. So at the moment, I can't even, that's another dream that I'm gonna have to think up. But I think just one step at a time, I think is important. I think if you get too far ahead of yourself, you can stumble, and that's not my goal.
Stumbling may not be Hamilton's goal, but he again heads to Mexico on the back foot. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, a horsepower track, and Mercedes not the fastest car in a straight line. That accolade goes to the Scarlet Ferrari SF90, which will, in the hands of 4-time F1 World Champion Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc, be the favorite for pole position. Located around 40 minutes from Mexico City, the 4.304-kilometer track has 17 turns, 7 left and 10 right, and a top speed of 350 kilometers per hour. Valtteri Bottas reset the lap record last year in his Mercedes. There are 2 DRS activation zones, with the first between turns 3 and 4, the other located on the pit straight. There is just 1 DRS detection point between turns 14 and 15, which is in the middle of the packed amphitheater-like baseball stadium, built to replace the old fearsome final corner, the Peraltada. The cheering crowd's a refreshing sight at the inaugural event in 2015.
What we saw at the Grand Prix was unlike anything I've seen in terms of how the fans responded.
Fast, furious, and with energetic crowds who have ensured the race will now stay on the calendar until at least 2022. It's time for the 20th Mexico Grand Prix. Thanks for watching. To stay up to speed on all things Formula One, make sure you hit the subscribe button.